Previously on Dragon Age.
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korcari Wilds. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The joining is dangerous. I cannot speak more of it except to say that you will learn all in good time.
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together. Wait, I do know who you are. You're Duncan's new recruit from the Circle of Magi. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
You four will be heading into the Korcari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can.
Welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. We're running around camp. We're about to go into the wilds, but I just discovered Davith here. I'm playing as him for right now. Can pick locks, so I want to get all those goodies. I only found a vase before, but now in this second chest we found Novice Flame Rune and Novice Slow Rune. Those are good. Putting runes on your weapons. I can't do that, I think. I don't think I can enchant anything so far. They could come in useful later. Not sure if there were any other chests, so let's go into the wilds.
Hail. I'm told you all have business in the wilds. The gate's open for you. Just be careful out there. Even a Grey Warden won't be safe in the forest tonight.
We won't be safe, but activated, sustained. So shield cover activated for Alistair, indomitable for Jory. Let's go in. We will be encountering enemies. The first one's here in the form of some wolves. Oh, quite a lot. Look at how many there are over there. Yeah. It looks like we automatically loot a lot of these, so that's fine. Here we have some dead soldiers. And a missionary. Missionary Jogby.
As you wish.
As you wish. We get a letter and a quest from that. Let's look at the letter. Okay, so the Mambari Hound is a quest we have, which we can find a flower for somewhere around here. The Deserter we did. We just can have to grab that chest when we can. We have to get Tainted Blood. We have to get the Grey Warden's cache. Korcari Wilds. The missionary. Consult the note for more information. Okay, we'll look at Codex and notes. And then it's not there. Quest related. There we go. Letter to Jogby. My dearest son. It pleases me that you wish to follow in my footsteps and bring the Maker's words to the unenlightened. I wish you had chosen a less dangerous place to do so. Apologies for leaving early for the wild, son, but I wanted to set up camp and get things started. The chastened respect one with survival skills in the wilds, so I hoped to get a grip on that before you arrived, and maybe establish an agreement with a local tribe so that we had friends when you came. When you reach the wilds, you'll find it difficult to navigate. I've listed certain landmarks below. If you follow them, they will lead you to a location I've scouted out, where I've left you some supplies. If you're lost, try to get back to that spot or I'll find you. Beginning at the entrance, look for a tree leaning on a ruined building, pass under a fallen tree bridge, pass a submerged tower on the right, Look between a high, ruined arch and a mossy standing stone. Walk along a path of roots and stones. Look for 2 large statues with a chest between them. There you will find our meeting point. So if we follow those clues, we will get there. And find whatever supplies were left behind. Now that's not particularly difficult. We cannot enter water, and this is a limited size level. So if we walk around, eventually we will find what we are looking for. There's a plant, elf fruit. We can find that growing just naturally. Similarly with several different alchemy ingredients. So if we want to make potions or poultices... Oh, hello. A dying soldier.
Who is that? Grey Wardens?
Well, he's not half as dead as he looks, is he?
My scouting band was attacked by darkspawn. They came out of the ground. Please help me. I've got to return to camp.
I can say we don't have time for this, but we can also just bandage him up.
I have bandages in my pack.
Thank you. I've got to get out of here.
Did you hear? An entire patrol of seasoned men killed by darkspawn.
Calm down, Sir Jory. We'll be fine if we're careful.
Those soldiers were careful, and they were still overwhelmed. How many darkspawn can the 4 of us slay? A dozen? 100? There's an entire army in these forests.
There are darkspawn about, but we're in no danger of walking into the bulk of the horde.
How do you know? I'm not a coward, but this is foolish and reckless. We should go back.
Overcoming these dangers is a part of our test.
That's true.
Know this. All Grey Wardens can sense darkspawn. Whatever their cunning, I guarantee they won't take us by surprise. That's why I'm here.
You see, Sir Knight, we might die, but we'll be warned about it first.
That is reassuring.
That doesn't mean I'm here to make this easy, however. So let's get a move on.
Right. Grey Wardens can sense the darkspawn, and so Alistair can warn us if there's any about to attack. However, if they're in stealth, he's gonna miss out. Here's the flower we were looking for the Mabari. You can see a darkspawn ambush right up ahead. Well, let's just go attack them. I can shoot them all the way from here. Shoot those darned genlocks from far away. There. That music is loud, huh?
Right.
1 vial of blood. Which do we... Yeah, that's just 1. Anything else from this? Couple ones up here. Another vial. Yeah, these vials aren't hard to come by at all. Okay, let me look on the map and show you. We've only explored like this little bit. And then there's areas to here, to the south, to the east. So first I'm exploring this area. And it does continue in that direction and back towards where we started. Or no, I've got that kind of wrong. We've got enemies there. We can go take the ridge, or we can go down here and go further this way. I can level up. I want to get Cone of Cold, so I'm learning frost weapons, because that's on the way there. And then I can activate that mode, which takes some of my total mana, unfortunately, but enchants all my party's weapons with frost. Ooh, I'm getting shot at. I should also immediately start retreating here. So I'm getting attacked from all kinds of directions. Jory. No, Davith. You should use a health poultice. And I should just stay here and ice some guys. Oh, I should immediately heal. This isn't going great. I'll tell you that. Use a health poultice. And so do you. And so do I. Okay, that's fine. Get that archer. Yeah, this rather sucks, right? It wasn't an easy fight at all. And Davith now has Cracked Skull. Use an injury kit or visit the party camp to remove the injury. And what that does is it gives him a penalty to Cunning, which is whatever. I believe Cunning for him just reduces his critical hit damage. Not only that, I feel like I actually want him to be an archer anyway.
As you wish.
Now, wasn't there something at this camp? Yes. Rigby's Field Journal. Signs of the Chastened. And this is from Rigby, which I believe is Jogby's son, maybe? The Chastened Barbarians are nothing if not clever. They have hidden markers and signs in the arrangements of stones and rubble along the paths of the wilds. In this way, they mark trails, note places of interest, and even give warnings in a way that outsiders cannot understand. Interestingly, these markers look indistinguishable from a regular pile of stones. I've dedicated my time to deciphering these signs, and I believe I'm close to a breakthrough. The trail markers seem to point to a hoard or a location used for secret storage among the Chastened. I've only found a portion of the message, however. I think that if I could complete the message and find all of the trail markers, I can find this cache and see what treasure the Chastened have to hide. I found one such marker near this camp under a fallen tree leaning against the ruins. Each marker seems to point to one or two others. I hear rumors that a darkspawn horde is coming. I hope I can find this treasure before it's too late. So, that's another place with treasure we can find. Let's see, that was this little area now. And that treasure is just up ahead. Firstly, though, I'll meet you back at the camp real quick. You're back at camp. It does seem that Davith immediately lost his debuff. But now I can talk to the Kennel Master.
Damabari's stable for now, but not improving. Unless I get that herb I told you about, there's not much hope.
Is this the flower you're looking for?
Let me see. Yeah, that's exactly it. Wonderful. Yeah, give me a moment and I'll make this into an ointment. He looks better already. I'm sure he'd thank you himself if he could.
How long before there's an improvement?
A day, maybe 2. There's enough ointment for him to make a full recovery. Why not come back after the battle? Perhaps we can see about imprinting him on you.
You think that's possible?
Maybe. It's likely he understands you're responsible for curing him. Mabari are at least as smart as your average tax collector. Come back after the battle and just... well, take another look.
Neat. One thing I can also show you now is that conversation with Duncan. We can tell him we have the blood, but not the treaties yet.
So you returned from the wilds. Have you been successful?
We have the blood, but not the scrolls.
Did you find the archive?
No. But we haven't searched the entire area yet.
Then I suggest you get back out there. Good luck.
And so now after the whatever the one of the patches was, I don't recall which one, but when you then talk to Duncan again, he doesn't give you that option to give him the blood once again. Okay, for you, no time should have passed, but for me, I ate some spicy noodles that are still burning in my mouth, and I fixed some of the mods. Now Alistair looks like he's not wearing a helmet, but he is. I equipped some accessories on Davith and Jory. They don't do much, but they should help keep them alive a little bit better. I upgraded my character's attributes slightly so that I can hopefully withstand an attack or two. One of the mods I was using changes a handful of small things, including the loot system, so that's why you just saw loot pop up in green text instead of seeing a screen of, hey, do you want to loot all these things? So you'll see that as soon as I go maybe to loot this Genlock Archer. Now you see this Vial of Darkspawn Blood, and I can take that. I don't need it, so I don't know why I would take that. So that's different now, as well as... oh, there's actually a fix what I have, so maybe Alistair will pipe up when cloaked, stealthed Darkspawn will attack us, because that is like a bug, I believe, in the original game that he's supposed to call something out, but he doesn't. And I had a fix. One part of that fix back was his helmet unequips automatically, and I think what the fix intends to do is it unequips his helmet, and only when he's in combat, then suddenly it re-equips his helmet, so that he can benefit from those bonuses only when he's in combat. Downside though, it just keeps unequipping, re-equipping. Didn't seem to work very well. So now I have the hide helmet mod. So he does have it equipped, but it appears in a hidden slot, so it doesn't actually show up on his body. Helmets are cool, like that's why a lot of games nowadays have toggles for visibility, but not always. Someone's on the other side. Oh, there.
It's either you or me, and it isn't going to be me. On. Show me what you've got.
I have to get that archer.
Right. As you wish.
Resisted.
This should be easy enough.
Okay, let's...
Less fighting, more dying. Blast you.
getting close. I can tell you definitely have to tweak... oh, hey, a squirrel! That's cute. I've heard their noises, but I don't recall ever seeing one in the game. The, audio is a bit out of balance, so I should have that fixed, you know, when you listen to this. But the music gets kind of loud. In combat, at least. So we explored this way. There's another elf fruit here. We have these 2 cliffs. That's not it yet. That is, you know, a ruin, but that's not quite what we were looking for yet. Although we're coming up to it. If I look at the map, you can see... There. We are all the way on the edge. And a little bit further is the main path, and then over there is, like, where we're supposed to go for the main quest. There's stealth darkspawn right here. We'll get attacked by rogues. No match for us.
This should be easy enough. On it.
The spicy noodles did a number on my throat. There is another one of those flowers here. I can't pick this one up, but I believe if you missed that first one for the Mabari, you can grab this one. If we move around the outskirts, it's just up ahead. There's something. Obviously, there are more darkspawn ambushes. Pretty much everywhere.
Look there. Poor slobs. That just seems so excessive.
That line triggers, but he's not actually talking about anywhere here. He's talking about right over there. Where these guys are hanging. We can go up and check it out. Oh, here's another flower. This makeshift bridge isn't actually something we can cross. Oh, look. We can bait some into coming over here, apparently.
You had it coming. It's either you or me, and it isn't going to be me. Excellent.
Excellently done. And then I could shoot maybe at the other one. No, am I just out of range?
As you wish.
Darn. Well, that'll make the battle easier, though, as soon as we do get to it. This is a place where we've already been. There was that one ambush standing here on the ridge. I can go around and get those other couple ones. There are still more wolves and more darkspawn everywhere. And I believe there's some rogues right here as well.
Is it just me, or do you actually think you have a chance? Say I didn't warn you.
So far, these darkspawn. Now we get to fight what's left here of those wolves. And a rogue. Ooh, and another one. I did turn down the audio slightly because, well, at least the music. Unfortunately, it just gets so loud in combat. So it is more annoying to loot now, and I could get a fix for that, but this is the way the game was. Rigby, Rigby's last will and testament. Find the cache mentioned in the will and take it to Jetta in Redcliffe. And I believe I know where it's at.
Need something?
Insufficient skill? Well, that's no good. Up here we're on the other side of that fallen tree that we were at before. Can you open this one?
On it.
No? Okay.
Your command.
Here's the hidden cache in this campfire that we were at before. You're near the beginning of the area. You rummage around in the rubble and find Rigby's secret cache. Inside is an iron lockbox sealed with wax. Take the lockbox to bring to Jetta. You can also open it and take its contents. And then I forgot, the Chase in Secrets Trail Signs mission actually involves you having to click on all of them. So there is one right here somewhere. Right over here, dang, it's really hard to find. Doot doot doot. And then the next one should be... Oh, they're leading us back. But you can follow these and get a reward at the end. And over here there's a land bridge to the other side. There's wolves on the other side. I believe an alpha wolf as well. We'll just start shooting. Right. There it is. There's the alpha wolf. I don't know why they would come for me. Oh no, they're attacking Alistair. And then we can just all team up on the alpha wolf. Dang. I got shredded. But that's okay. I don't mean that, I mean like literally the ability shred was on me. Otherwise we did quite fine. 2 statues. And an iron chest. With a letter, gloves and a blade. Farewell letter to Jogby. You discovered Rigby's meeting point and found a note and a small cache of goods, but no sign of Rigby. Yeah, because we've found his body. My dear son Jogby, I fear this is the last letter I will write you. I have had difficulty finding the Chasint to bring them the Maker's word. I have, however, seen evidence of their passing. They appear to have left this area in great haste, possibly fleeing the so-called darkspawn that are rumored to be gathering in the wilds in ever greater numbers. I have left you a weapon and everything else I can spare, my son. I will try to find you once I have found a safe place. I only hope that you will be safe. With luck, we will meet again. If you see her, tell your mother that I love her, and take care of our family. Your loving father, Rigby. And then we're off. So that was one of the quests. Like I said, if you just explore the level, you'll find it eventually. The Chasint trail signs aren't entirely done. There's one more over there.
What's this?
Oh, we're about to get attacked by rogues. There we go.
As you wish.
Ooh, there's one right in front of me.
No quarter!
I believe what you can see, these ruins are just Tevinter ruins, so the ancient empire stretched all the way over to here. There should be another trail sign here somewhere.
Over here.
And then now we only have one route, and that is to go straight. I believe there's another ambush somewhere around here. Oh, there's a mage actually. We have to be extra careful. Mage ran away, but there are traps here. Well, there's the mage coming back.
Ready for action.
How close can I get? Nice. Figured he would be a big danger. As you can see, they keep getting stuck in traps, my party members. And that is why you might want to have someone who can see traps. Cone of Cold is going to be useful, so I'll take that. Yeah, trap making is what lets you detect enemy traps. It's pretty useful for
This should be easy enough.
spotting them and then disarming them. Instead of stepping into them all the time. Dead Soldier. Pouch of Ashes and excerpt from local myths and legends. This is a nice side quest. A pinch of ashes. The Korcari Wilds are rife with legends and myths that have amazed and confounded scholars since the fall of Ostagar in ancient times. One such mystery lies behind the tale of Astia and Nebunar, two young lovers who lived in Ostagar. The legend says that Astia grew up in the company of Gazarath, a spirit of the earth bound to an overhang on the bank of a lake in the Korcari Wilds. Gazarath began to fancy her, and they spent much of their days together talking and laughing. Over the years, however, Astia became a woman and began to seek the company of men. When Astia met Nebunar, the two fell in love, and Astia hoped to bring her lover to see her spirit friend. But the spirit, angered and jealous, bade her be gone. Gazarath told her that she would never see it again until she brought her lover's ashes and sprinkled them over their spot. Astia was horrified and she fled from the arranged spirit, but she began to miss Gazarath, and on the day Nebunar asked her to marry him, she cut her beloved's throat, burned him and brought his ashes to Gazarath, knowing that their marriage would forever sever her ties to her dear spirit friend. There are legends among the Chastened that Gazarath still haunts the lake, and that those who sprinkle the ashes of the deceased over the right spot can summon the spirit. In memory of the contract with its beloved Astia, Gazarath will grant a single wish and then vanish, never to be heard from again. Okay, so that was a bit chaotic so far, right? We've explored, we've done a side quest that we could find here, or two of them actually, Rigby and Jogby's. Now we've crossed the bridge, and we've skipped one Chastened trail sign. We've been following these little signs. We can't really see them, they just appear on the map. But they've been leading us somewhere.
As you wish. What's that?
There we go. Now we get the actual quest marker, and it is just up to the right. This camp is haunted by stealth darkspawn, so... Ah! An ambush! Oh, I froze David, but that's okay. Oh, I'm dead. Well, that's awkward. Now I have a cracked skull. But yeah, here's the camp. You get ambushed. And as long as you've followed... There's another flower. As long as you followed the trail signs, you can find a cache here. With a bunch of stuff in it. Actually has some stuff for mages as well. Chastened robes. +6 defense is not bad. But +1 willpower, +1 magic makes me more powerful. And then the darkspawn staff I found earlier is alright. In fact, it is slightly better than what I have. Not by much. So there's that side quest. Then there's still some more darkspawn over there and over here. So I want to clear those out, ideally first. This hill is actually safe, but here is where I could sprinkle the ashes of Gazarath, or for Gazarath, and summon the spirit. You see a pile of stones covered in a fine layer of dust and ash. Sprinkle more ash on the pile of stones. So Gazarath lies defeated. And he drops the Enchanter's Footing. Boots that give you extra defense, which is always good. He did not grant any wishes, unfortunately. But he did give us XP, and that's also good. Further up ahead, we're back to fighting Darkspawn.
Have at you. As you wish. Show me what you've got. A little frantic? Ha! I can see why. Stay still.
I think we're gonna have to move in for this one. This time they actually have a Hurlock Alpha. Ooh, he resisted my spells. Neat. A lot of loot that we won't really be using much. And then this is the end. This is where we find the documents. Well, let's go find those Warden documents. Also, this exact little area gets reused in the game later. I just recognized this. anything interesting? Grey Warden outpost. No, there is nothing you can loot here except for the Warden's cache. But look, it's been destroyed.
Well, well. What have we here? Are you a vulture, I wonder? A scavenger, poking amidst a corpse whose bones were long since cleaned? Or merely an intruder, come into these darkspawn-filled wilds of mine in search of easy prey? What say you, Scavenger or intruder?
I'm neither. The Grey Wardens once owned this tower.
'Tis a tower no longer. The wilds have obviously claimed this desiccated corpse. I have watched your progress for some time. Where do they go, I wondered? Why are they here? And now you disturb ashes none have touched for so long. Why is that?
Don't answer her. She looks chastened, and that means others may be nearby.
Oh, you fear barbarians will swoop down upon you.
Yes, swooping is bad.
She's a witch of the wilds, she is. She'll turn us into toads.
Witch of the Wilds. Such idle fancies, those legends. Have you no minds of your own? You there. Elves are not frightened little boys. Tell me your name and I shall tell you mine.
You can call me Nim. Or I should say, I am Nim. A pleasure to meet you.
Now that is a proper civil greeting, even here in the wilds. You may call me Morrigan. Shall I guess your purpose? You sought something in that chest? Something that is here no longer?
Here no longer? You stole them, didn't you? You're some kind of sneaky witch thief.
How very eloquent. How does one steal from dead men?
Quite easily, it seems. Those documents are Grey Warden property, and I suggest you return them.
I will not, for 'twas not I who removed them. Invoke a name that means nothing here any longer if you wish. I am not threatened.
Then who removed them?
'Twas my mother, in fact.
Can you take us to her?
There is a sensible request. I like you.
I'd be careful. First it's, I like you, but then zap. Frog time.
She'll put us all in the pot, she will. Just you watch.
If the pot's warmer than this forest, it'd be a nice change.
Follow me then, if it pleases you. Greetings, Mother. I bring before you 4 Grey Wardens who...
I see them, girl. Much as I expected.
Are we supposed to believe you were expecting us?
You are required to do nothing, least of all believe. Shut one's eyes tight or open one's arms wide. Either way, one's a fool.
She's a witch, I tell you. We shouldn't be talking to her.
Quiet, Davith. If she's really a witch, do you want to make her mad?
There is a smart lad. Sadly irrelevant to the larger scheme of things, but it is not I who decides. Believe what you will. And what of you? Does your elven mind give you a different viewpoint? What do you believe?
So this is Flemeth, the infamous Witch of the Wilds, and Morrigan's mother. There's no telling how powerful she is, really, but... Number 4 is correct. I believe you're crazy and possibly dangerous, but I will say, I'm not sure what to believe.
A statement that possesses more wisdom than it implies. Be always aware. Or is it oblivious? I can never remember. So much about you is uncertain, and yet I believe. Do I? Why, it seems I do.
So this is a dreaded Witch of the Wilds.
Witch of the Wilds, huh? Morrigan must have told you that. She fancies such tales, though she would never admit it. Oh, how she dances under the moon.
They They did not come to listen to your wild tales, Mother.
True, they came for their treaties, yes? And before you begin barking, your precious seal wore off long ago. I have protected these.
You... Oh, you protected them.
And why not? Take them to your Grey Wardens and tell them this Blight's threat is greater than they realize.
Thank you for returning them.
Such manners. Always in the last place you look. Like stockings. Oh, do not mind me. You have what you came for.
Time for you to go, then.
Do not be ridiculous, girl. These are your guests.
Oh, very well. I will show you out of the woods. Follow me.
And so we return to the camp. This time with the ancient treaties. And we've already delivered the darkspawn blood. It is now nighttime. Which means I want to go and talk to... Hello, Kennel Master. How's the dog doing? Oh, the dog is muscled and blinks at you with bleary, pained eyes. He seems to be curious. Perhaps he is aware of the help you gave him, but you are not sure. Poor boy. Let's see, the Tranquil's over here now. That does actually mean... does mean I could steal these things from his chest. Thereby completing another quest. Suppose to end this episode we will go and start the adjoining ritual. We're ready, Duncan.
So you return from the wilds. Have you been successful?
We have.
Good. I've had the Circle mages preparing. With the blood you've retrieved, we can begin the joining immediately.
Maybe we should tell you about Morrigan and her mother.
There was a woman at the tower, and her mother had scrolls. They were both very... odd.
Were they wilder folk?
I don't think so. They might be apostates. Mages hiding from the Chantry.
I know you were once a Templar, Alistair, but Chantry business is not ours. We have the scrolls. Let us focus on the joining.
Now will you tell us what this ritual is about?
I will not lie. We Grey Wardens pay a heavy price to become what we are. Fate may decree that you pay your price now, rather than later.
Is that why the joining is so secret?
If only such secrecy were unnecessary, and all understood the necessity of such sacrifice. Sadly, that will never be so.
Let's go then. I'm anxious to see this joining now.
I agree. Let's have it done.
Then let us begin. Alistair, take them to the old temple.
The more I hear about this joining, the less I like it.
Are you blubbering again?
Why all these damn tests? Have I not earned my place?
Maybe it's tradition. Maybe they're just trying to annoy you.
Are all humans such cowards?
I only know that my wife is in Highever with a child on the way. If they had warned me, it just doesn't seem fair.
Would you have come if they'd warned you? Maybe that's why they don't. The Wardens do what they must, right?
Including sacrificing us?
I'd sacrifice a lot more if I knew it would end the Blight.
Will you both shut up?
Yes, Sir Knight. Try not to wet your trousers until the ritual starts.
I've just never faced a foe I could not engage with my blade.
At last, we come to the joining. The Grey Wardens were founded during the First Blight, when humanity stood on the verge of annihilation. So it was that the first Grey Wardens drank of darkspawn blood and mastered their taint.
We're going to drink the blood of those creatures.
As the first Grey Wardens did before us, as we did before you. This is the source of our power and our victory.
Those who survive the joining become immune to the taint. We can sense it in the darkspawn and use it to slay the archdemon.
Those who survive, you said?
Not all who drink the blood will survive, and those who do are forever changed. This is why the joining is a secret. It is the price we pay. We speak only a few words prior to the joining, but these words have been said since the first. Alistair, if you would.
Join us, brothers and sisters. Join us in the shadows where we stand vigilant. Join us as we carry the duty that cannot be forsworn. And should you perish, know that your sacrifice will not be forgotten, and that one day, we shall join you.
Davith, step forward. I am sorry, Davith. Step forward, Jory.
But I have a wife, a child. Had I known...
There is no turning back.
No, you ask too much. There is no glory in this.
I am sorry. But the joining is not yet complete. You are called upon to submit yourself to the taint for the greater good. From this moment forth, you are a Grey Warden. It is finished. Welcome.